Here.
Hi, this is Sharon with Positively Provost. I also own It's Time Promotions. Today we're meeting with Chantel from the Provost Pet Store. It's actually Provost Pet and Livestock, I think is the proper name of it, right, Chantel?
Provost Pet and Livestock Supply, yeah.
And Supply, okay. So Chantel's joining with us today. We thought we might, we got her to do it on her phone so she can actually take us a walkabout through the store. I had been reached by somebody asking what Chantel does, and I thought, well, Chantel does everything. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to show everybody what you have to offer in that store, Chantel. I also want to, I don't know if you know this, Chantel, but the first time we met, I thought you were like a superhero wearing a cape. Do you remember the first time we met?
4-H
4-H.
horse.
When Sketch was going ballistic, and I had no idea how to stop this horse from going ballistic. Remember, he was afraid of those minis and those carts.
Right. Yes.
Yes, and I was like, holy Christ, my kid's gonna die. And you just walked up like, da-da! And you just manhandled that horse like there is no tomorrow. And I'm like hyperventilating. So anyways, yeah, that was my superhero moment. That was the first time I met you.
Perfect.
Sal, if it's okay, so you drive all the way to Provost from Senlac. I know that kind of stuff. I'm gonna let you take over and explain to everybody about you and your business, if that's cool.
Sure. So yeah, I drive in. It's about a 35-40 minute drive every day there and back. So it's a little bit of a distance, but it's pretty nice to. It's not a terrible drive. I've had this store here for about, it'll be almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years this year.
Holy
And
shit, that's
yeah.
I can't believe it's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gone by pretty quick. But we started out on Main Street and just to kind of test the waters and see how well it would do. And it's done very well. And we moved into a bigger location about, 3.5 years ago. And I think I'm going to need a bigger location.
But you're not getting my building that I want, Chantel. It's mine.
It's a fight. We'll get it. We might have to share it, but
maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, a little bit about me. I have a husband who is a full-time rancher, so we have out about 300 head of cows, and we run purebred horned Herefords, as well as we're just getting into the purebred Red Angus right now, and our commercial herd. And then I have the store full-time, and sorry, my little one's at my feet right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Here.
Hello, little one.
There. What's that?
She comes to work with you every day.
Yeah, she comes to work with me, and she's really good most days, but some days she terrorizes the store. But as you can tell right now,
we have to do what we have to do, Chantel. And I think it's, I was telling people, like when we first started It's Time Promotions, I think Shayna was 3 years old, and she was at that store with me all the time. Like literally she ate cheese and crackers all day long. That's what she lived on. Yeah,
that's kind of what keeps her going most days too, is the cheese and crackers and pickles and pepperoni sticks from Boma's.
Yeah, you just got to do what we got to do and we get her done. So that's perfect. Chantel, if it's okay, I know myself because I love your store. So we're going to talk about a little bit, and I'll get you to do a walkabout around if that's okay, just sort of show everybody what we want. But you have all animals like cats, dogs, all their equipment, right? Like so leashes, dog food, cat food, bowls, cages.
Yeah, pretty much everything that you need for your small household pets. Dogs, cats, fish, reptiles, small animals like hamsters, guinea pigs, all that kind of stuff. Everything you need to take care of them and keep them going. And then I've got fish as well. We have a few aquariums in the store here that we bring in different kinds of fish all the time. I can maybe show you one of
Last time I was there, you had betta fish. Are they there still?
I've actually only got a couple bettas left. I think I only have one betta left.
Oh yeah.
But here's
what about that snake that you had? You still have that snake? Don't show me the snake if you still have it though.
No, actually I found the snake a good home.
Oh, good.
The lady in Provost here actually took it, so that was really well. So here's one of my tanks here. I don't know if I want to show you. The other ones are kind of dirty at the minute.
This one's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
that's
beautiful.
a nice big community tank I have.
So you have like even for the rodents, like the I call them rodents, but all
Yeah.
the stuff for the guinea pigs and all that kind of stuff as well.
I do. I've got cages and food and hay and bedding and wheels, and then we have treats and water bowls and chews and all that kind of stuff for the small critters as well.
Scratch poles for cats. I seen in there the one time. And then, so that pretty much covers our smaller animals. And I'll get to do you want to, I know the smaller animals in the front. Do you want to do a walkabout and show all your many? I know you have lots of collars and lots of, oh my God, what's that?
This is Opa. He's a crested gecko. He's a pretty friendly little dude.
Oh my God, I'm in love.
He's our newest addition. He's pretty sweet. So I like to hang out with him. Yeah. But he's pretty easygoing. He eats just any type of little creepy crawl. He doesn't want to get off any little creepy crawlies, or else he'll have like a paste that we can mix up for him to eat. The only thing with the crested geckos is they are jumpers, so he might try and jump on my head here in a second.
I hope so.
For fun. Then yeah, I've only got a couple small animals in right now. Just have some hamsters, and then I have some feeders for the snake people.
Yeah.
But I usually have guinea pigs and all sorts of creepy crawlies, critters as you call them. Sorry, Opa's kind of going up the back of my head here.
I love it. He's adorable. So you just have the one of him.
Just one of him right now. Oh no, you're all right.
That's so funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. So that's it for rodents you have right now. I call it rodents, but I mean there's proper things for it.
For the small guns.
Very cute. So can you show us all the leashes and all the stuff that you got going on there? I had somebody reach out to me and they didn't know what you all carry, and I says, what don't you carry? I see the water bowls in the background for the dogs, like the big buckets for water.
Yeah, I'll turn this around here so we can have a look.
Here's a little one.
See here, if I can get it to go.
We even did a practice run first.
Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. So those are dog collars and cat collars, or all dogs?
These are just all dog right here. I've got cat ones up in the front of the cat section. So I'll take you for a little tour back here. If I can put my little one down for a second without her screaming at me.
Yeah.
So this are all your dog collars, dog leashes, tie outs, anything like that. And then we kind of move into treats. And then toys, lots of toys. And down at the end is like brushes and stuff like that. Toys on the floor because my daughter likes to play with the toys too. And then we move over here into the different kinds of dog food. And then I've got dog shampoos and stuff to use to clean up after the dogs and some supplements. And then just bring it back over here. We also do frozen dog food and treats. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, so can you explain that to me? Why would you want frozen dog food?
Well, it's raw dog food. So it's a bit controversial with a lot of people on whether or not to feed their animals raw. But a lot of people just find it easier to feed the kibble because they don't have time to measure out and prepare and
I gotcha.
raw. So I try and carry a high quality dog food that is very comparable to feeding raw, which is a canna. And then I also carry Nutrisource, which is another great dog food.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Yeah. Is that okay? I know that you have a punch card that you keep track of for us.
We do.
Can you tell us about that?
With the dog food varieties that I have, we have what's called a loyalty program. So you buy so many bags and you get one free, and they give you 2 years to build up these bags of dog food. So they give you plenty of time to build up so you get that free bag at the end. So all
Yeah.
of the dog food that I carry, except for my lower end farm dog food, has that option
Right.
with it.
And
Yeah.
so I give, and I think that you can help me with this, and I tell myself over. So I always give my animals like the higher end stuff, like my not the shop cats, but
Yeah.
like, but my indoor animals. So I got dogs and cats, and I always take the Encana, and it is a bit more pricier than the other stuff on the other shelf there. But
Yeah.
honestly, like I know for a fact, and it lasts longer.
It does. When you're feeding better quality food, there's less fillers in it. So therefore, the dog gets more out of the food and it's not going straight through them. So there's
Right.
less to clean up after.
Absolutely, and I noticed that a huge amount. Like I love that food. My animals like that food. That's our
Yeah.
go-to right there for sure. So
Yeah.
I
It's
think I think Chantel, and also you also have, are we, should we jump ahead to the bigger, like the livestock stuff, do you think, Chantel, or do you want some more, tell us a bit more about your dog food and I'm sorry, the pets, the small household pets?
no, I think the pet side is pretty self-explanatory. We've got pretty much everything you need to take care of your small pets.
Right, and some
From
people right now are getting new pets because people are at home, right?
That's right.
So you have everything there from toys to cages.
We do. We've got beds. We've got the kennels. We have everything you need for the little guys. But yeah, if you wanted to, we can switch over. Definitely. So right now is calving season for a lot of people,
Right.
including us.
Yeah.
So I do carry an assortment here of calving supplies, and just general, I guess, livestock care products. So from all your calving gloves and syringes to calf bottles to colostrum to um, wound spray, um, all the way down to bolus guns, and I even carry Ivomec or ivermectin, that's called,
Okay.
for cattle. So that's just basically a anti-parasitic solution that we pour on cows so they don't have worms.
Okay.
Another
I'm not very good at helping you with that section because I don't know anything about cattle, so you're gonna have to
that's
keep
all right.
going on that one. I'm sorry.
Another thing that's popular right now is everybody's getting into chickens.
Chickens. My daughter's chicken crazy. Yep.
So I have everything you need to keep your chickens happy and healthy. So I've got a bunch of like feeders and waters and a bunch of different kinds of food. And then we even have yummy little snacks and treats for the chicken, which is just basically dried worms and
Oh my Lord.
whatever. Yeah. Once again, got a bunch of feeders and stuff. I've got stuff for your goats and your sheep and
Holy.
rabbits. And then I have, if you have any potbelly pigs, I have a mini pig food.
Wow.
And then I think we'll move into your favorite section here.
I didn't know you had all that. I knew you had chicken stuff. So I didn't know you had all this other stuff too. That's really cool, Chantel.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit of an animal fanatic, so I have chickens and potbelly pigs and goats at home. So I kind of brought in everything that I would need myself at
Right.
home, and it's kind of taken off because there's a lot more people out there like me than I thought, so it's good.
That's awesome. What about, can you, before you move on, I know we had this conversation in the past, Chantel, but you used to be able to carry some kind of a little bit of medicine, but now you're limited, right? Like what?
Yeah.
So like if my dog has wood ticks, because now it's going to be wood tick season, do you have anything for that, or do we have to go to the vet for that?
I actually am allowed to still carry some tick medications for dogs and cats, which I
Okay.
do have in store here.
Yeah.
Because it is getting to be that time of year again here shortly.
Okay.
So I am allowed that. But as for majority of the other medications, especially for the livestock end of it, we're no longer able to carry anything like that. I'm allowed to carry like vitamins and minerals and stuff like that
Okay.
still, but just nothing that has any type of antibiotic or anything like
What
that
about
in it.
like dewormers and stuff?
Yeah, definitely dewormers. I have horse dewormers. Like I said, the ivermectin is a cattle dewormer. And then I do have dewormers for dogs and cats as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. I didn't actually know yet. I should get some I need some dewormer for my cats. I didn't know you carried that, so that's perfect. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's get on to my favorite section.
Favorite. So horse stuff. I've got a little bit of a selection here. I don't know if you can kind of see it all. So I've got treats, and then I've got your fly and mosquito sprays, and your shampoos and conditioners and detanglers, and leather stuff to keep your saddles looking good. And then a little bit of, I guess, other, like I do have some like Praise hemp oil or hemp topping. And
Oh
then I've
yeah.
got your stuff to keep your horse's hooves in good
Yep.
shape.
Yeah, we've used that stuff. Yeah.
And I've got stuff like witch hazel or copper care or tea tree oil, scarlet oil, just little things like that to kind of help keep your horses happy and healthy.
My horses love those. Are those what apple treats down on the bottom there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
They love
My,
those.
my horses go crazy for those as well.
Even my donkeys love them. They probably shouldn't have any 'cause they're fat, but whatever.
No, I feed them to my donkeys. My
Yeah.
dogs eat them. Everybody eats them. It's great. And then I've got
Perfect.
a pretty good selection of brushes for the horses.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna kind of swing you around to this wall.
My
This
favorite
is
section.
my tack wall, I guess you could say. I just have a small assortment of tack. I can get pretty much everything and anything in, and that kind of goes for everything. I can try and get everything in if I don't have it. So have a
Well, like even
pretty good,
myself, Chantel, remember Brown Eyes, he needed a diaper, she's old. And you were
yeah.
able to bring me one in, right? Like that was awesome. Like I just, Chantel, I need that and it just came in. And also our halters, because I wanted different colored halters and that was in within a week. So that was very nice too.
Yeah, you bet. If I don't have it here, I can definitely try and get it in. I just carry like the most like generic kind of halters. I have a couple rope halters. There's some bungee ties for the back of your horse trailer, lead shanks. There's some hay nets here. Or else, we're gonna get riding soon, so I do have some saddlebags or some water bottle, cell phone
Oh, come
holders.
on. That's where my
Yeah.
beer goes. That's where my drink goes.
Okay. Beer/cell phone holder. Yeah, and then I do have, some stuff for hoof care. So I've got a hoof trimming kits or rasps or knives, stuff like that.
Bits, I
A
think.
couple bits, Chicago screws, because if you're like me, you lose a few of those on your bridles every once in a while. There's some cinches, some bridle, and then I've got a couple breast collars. And then I do have some stall forks as well,
Oh, nice. Yep.
and can get lariats and stuff like that in as well. And
So
then
with,
this guy,
sorry, go ahead.
so this guy's kind of for the kids. It's pop-up barrels. So there's 3 pop-up barrels in this kit. That's if you got a little one that's learning to run barrels or something like that, and you just want something soft for them to roll over.
Even I found because sometimes when it was cold, we would load up the horses and go to Jenny's, like to a barn,
Yeah,
and you could just throw those in. Like we have them as well, and we could just throw them in and take them with us when we go somewhere,
definitely.
or we go camping up at PB sometimes, and we just take them with us. Yeah.
You bet. Yeah, they're great for that.
Is that a saddle?
Very
Is that a saddle stand?
saddle stands. Yep, got some
Nice.
saddle stands. These are just the single saddle stands. I can order the ones that mount on the wall, or I can get like the 3-tiered ones. At the top, I've got a bunch of saddle pads and blankets.
Okay.
And then I carry a full line of Hoffman's feeds, as you can see there.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I'm
like there's like fattening food in there, senior food. You got all the different,
yeah.
right?
There's the maintenance, which is just your regular everyday horse. There's a developer for your young horses. There's a pro fat for your older or not so easy keeper horses. There's a senior for the old guys. There's an elite for your performance horses. So I got a couple girls that run barrels that use the elite. And then I've got your textured rations or your crunchies or your hay saver. And then if you have a horse that is doesn't do good with sugars, they make a balance IR. So it's kind of it's got less sugars and stuff in it for those
What about
guys.
beet pulp? Do you carry beet pulp?
I usually do carry beet pulp, but my supplier's out right now. There's a bit of a shortage on beet pulp.
Okay.
It's because of the weather that happened last fall. I do have a substitute for beet pulp, though. It's soybean hulls. So some people are kind of switching over to that.
So it's the same but different.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else we got here? We got some turnout blankets, some winter blankets. I got some stall dry. We have some tubs, I guess, some pails, and then I also have the eQuest mineral blocks
Oh
in
yeah.
a couple different styles there. And then I've got roll. So we have crimped oats. It's like a rolled oats as well.
Okay.
So that's kind of
awesome. So
what
you
I have for.
have filled that store, Chantel.
Yeah, it's getting pretty full.
And you've just rearranged it to make some more room, and you're already getting that one full again.
It did, yeah. We just brought this new shelving in not too long ago, so I could have more space to put stuff. But it's didn't take very long, and it's filled up as well.
So Chantel, you are considered an essential, so you are open to the public.
I am open. I'm doing phone orders or email orders or anything like that right now.
Okay. And what happens if somebody gets a new puppy and they want to come and see what you all got? Is that okay? Because like, it's no difference than going to a grocery store. Is that something that you're equipped for?
Yeah, I've had that happen a few times. People call, say I've got a new puppy, I need some stuff. So I've just kind of brought up some samples of what I have and let them pick it out, kind of thing, or taken pictures of what I have and let them pick that way if they're not comfortable coming to the store.
Right.
So there's a bunch of different options we can work with.
And your hours, Chantel, for everybody? What are your hours?
So right now I'm only here from Tuesday to Friday from 10 a.m. till 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
Because of this little darling right here. Hours are subject to change because she doesn't always make my mornings go smoothly.
Right.
But
so also, Chantel, you have a different location. So you are across the road from Cause's fruit stand, right?
I am, yes. Right across the road from Cause's fruit stand and the Sidetrack Liquor. Been in this location for just over 3 years now. I know when you look it up on Google, it has the right address, but for some reason, Google Maps pin still pins me at the location on Main Street.
Right.
So we just want to let people aware that it's.
I was going to look into that for you too and see what's going on. That's weird. Oh, you know what, Chantel, we talked about this, and I'm going to just, maybe people can make comments. You and I talked about getting your product online. So if anybody's out there right now, because you want to do a website too, you talked about that with me. So if anybody's out there right now that's just recently created a website and is using an online platform, maybe send us some suggestions of what people are using and how is it going for them, and then maybe you can learn something from somebody else as well too, Chantel.
You bet, that would be very helpful. I'm trying to switch everything over right now, but it's a little time consuming and
overwhelming.
Yeah, a little overwhelming. With the store and the toddler and the calving season at the farm. It's
Plus, you've had to switch over your accounting system too, right? So you just switched over that onto online, and now you've got this to deal with.
that's right. Yeah.
It's a lot. So we use GoDaddy. I was telling you that we set up our new website through GoDaddy, and they have an online platform that you can purchase from as well. So that's my suggestion. So far, we haven't had any issues with it. So far, we're liking it. WordPress is another one we talked about. So if anybody else is out there, Wix, I use Wix for blogging platform. If anybody else is out there that's using a platform that can share it with us, we would greatly appreciate it for sure. Chantel can use some help.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Okay, Chantel, I'm gonna sign off then. Anything else you want to tell anybody?
I'll maybe just quickly touch on a few more things that I carry here.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I thought we're done. I'm sorry. Yes, please do.
Oh, that's all right. We didn't touch on much of the cattle feed or the cattle mineral. I do carry a line of mineral tubs, as you can kind of see the tubs are in the back corner here, as well as like a little lower grade dog food for the farm dogs. And then I have a lot of people on this farm cat food.
Okay.
It's called AgriCat. It's an exceptionally well cat food. I go through quite a bit of it. And then of course I've got all your milk replacers and different types of mineral for cattle as well as alfalfa cubes and pellets. So if you have any questions about anything, just give me a shout.
To use there. So even, can you go back to that farm cat food? Like what size is that bag?
This is an 18 kg bag.
Okay.
So it's a really good size bag, and it's a $34.99 for the bag.
Okay.
Plus tax. So it's actually a really decent price.
Awesome. I'm going to need some of that.
Yeah, we feed it to our farm cats, and they seem to really go after it. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. What about the large, like, so that's for the cats, yeah, because I have cats at, like, our farm cats. I call them our tack room cats, so they're out there, so we usually get them that kind of stuff, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so that mineral tub is for cows or horses?
This one here is for cows. I can get the mineral tubs for horses in as well. I can get them in just like a pail, or else in a 60-pound tub.
Okay.
There's a couple different options there, again, for whatever kind of horses you're working with, whether it be senior or like an actual working horse or just your everyday saddle horse. So
that's cool. So basically, if somebody like me who knows nothing, I can come to you and you know the answers.
Well, if not, I can definitely try and find the answer for you.
That's awesome, because everybody learned some just from this video, so that's amazing. I appreciate that.
No, thank you, Sharon. It's a great way to get out there what our community has to offer.
Yes, I think that's, it's so funny because we just get so busy in our everyday lives, and we forget what's right around us right here. So
you bet.
So that's great. I'm going to sign off. Don't hang up on me. I just want to make sure it's all good before I hit upload. Chantel, I'm just going to sign off from everybody. So thank you, everybody, for following and listening. And thank you, friend Chantel, for taking the time to meet with me. I really, really appreciate it. I know you're a busy woman.
But, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Your little one was perfect.
She did pretty good.
Is your gecko still in your hair?
Yeah, he's still there. He's still there.
That's the best thing ever. He's adorable.
He is pretty cute. You'll have to have a look at him when you come in next time.
I'm going to. I'm going to have to bring Shayna. She's just like, Mom, we need one, but we don't really need one. Okay, I'm gonna hit end record here.
Okay.